Hello everybody! It's Hayate again for a new guide on Soul Calibur VI for beginners. This time I'm gonna explain an important thing in the game, which is how to get up. So I'm gonna cover all the situations where you have to get up and explain how to choose from each options the game offers to you. You can also check the VOD on the Twitch channel where I covered more examples for more characters. But without further ado, let's go! We will go in detail later, but let's quickly introduce those options. You can have access to 4 different options from the ground. Get upping by guarding by pressing G, taking any side or Okiezme if possible, rolling on the ground before getting up, and attacking from the ground. Now, let's sum up each situations where you are knocked down and you have to get up. The most common situation is when you get hit by an attack who knock down you from the ground or the air, like Kilik 4KB or his sweep attack 2A+B. In this common situation you will have access to all of the options to get up. If you get hit by a stun attack, you will also have access to all of your options. But there are some few exceptions, like Kilik 44KB just frame, which will prevent you from taking. Some launchers will also directly send you to the ground without the ability to take or Okiezme. You will be able to take only if your opponent does an attack who spikes you on the ground. Another situation where you have to get up is where you get thrown. It will depend on the throw. You will have access to all your get-upping options except sometimes the taking ability. And finally, the last situation, when you are already on the ground and get hit again, it will reset all of your options to get up, therefore you will be able to take or Okiezme even it wasn't the case right before. Now let's go deeper with all the options to get up. The first and the safest way to get up in Soul Calibur VI is pressing the G button. You can press G and hold it even while comboed by your opponent. Your character will then get up at the first available frame. You can also get up with crouching guard by pressing G and 2 to predict and block a low attack. Get upping with the G button has 2 weaknesses. Obviously, the first one is that it simplifies the timing for your opponent to force you a mix-up between a low, a mid or a throw attack. The second and more dangerous weakness, get upping with guard won't prevent you from getting hit by some follow-up attack that you can normally dodge if you take or Okiezme. It will mostly depend on each situation and the risk you take by staying on the ground or taking that we will see right now. Taking or Okiezme is done by pressing or mashing a direction plus G. It will help you to get up faster than the G button, so you can evade some ground follow-ups, but you will have to choose a direction and you will be vulnerable versus low and middle attack only for a short window. The frames will also differ to take front, back or side. Front taking by pressing 6 plus G is the fastest way to get up and you can evade some setups like the second 1B of Songmina. Back taking is 5 frames slower, but it will create some distance and therefore make whiff some kicks or short attacks. Side taking is usually the best option because it will evade most linear and dangerous follow-ups, but you will recover 10 frames slower than front taking. Side taking is usually a good option unless you see your opponent tag trapping you with a relaunch or restun, so be careful. A special note about taking, after most of the throw in the game, you can try to tag without risking a big tag trap, except some very few situations. The third option is rolling on the ground. It is a very good way to mix up your timing of get upping without risking too much damage on the ground. You can roll and do one spin by tapping any direction one time, or you can hold up or down to get multiple side rolls before getting up. When you roll, you can only be hit by attacks that hit on the ground. Make sure to roll to the side that your opponent is weaker. It will force him to use very specific attacks that won't deal a lot of damage. If he misses his attack, be ready to get up and whiff punish. But be careful, there are some few characters that can damage you when you try to roll, like Kilik Azura Dance. But those attacks are usually slow, therefore you can tech and whiff punish them. The last option from the ground or after a roll is attacking. Before anything, a tricky tip is to notice if you are backturned or not in the ground. There is only two positions where you can be backturned: if your face is very close to your opponent, or if your talon is very close to your opponent. In those two situations, if you press a button, you will have access to your backturned attacks, which can be very good for some characters. In the other positions, pressing those buttons will give you wild rising attack instead. But you can still do directional attacks like 6B, and for every character you can also instantly do A+B, critical edge, soul charge or even throw directly from the ground. Finally, some characters have special attacks from the ground, like Kilik A+B or 2A+B. In this last part, let's try to sum up and elaborate a strategy to choose an option for get-upping. Start get-upping with the safest option, which is the guard button. During the match, try side-taking and mix it with some side-rolling, and go back to guarding if you get trapped too much. If your opponent uses weak Okiezme attacks, you can even try to interrupt him with 2A or wild rising kick attack. In the other hand, if your opponent has strong mix-ups, which combines ground hitting mid or low attacks, try sometimes reversal edge or GI if you have the time before getting back to guarding. Also remember that it's okay to take one more hit on the ground and backtech immediately to create more distance, and therefore you don't have to guess any mix-ups. And that's all for this new beginner guide for Soul Calibur VI. I hope it will help you improve your skills. If you liked this video and want to see more, please give me a thumb up or subscribe to my channel to support me. Also, please tell me what you want in the comment section. If you have questions, I am also more available in my Twitch channel, where I try to stream very frequently, so don't hesitate to have a look. So take care of yourself and see you next time.